Elon Musk and the Democrats, how they're up in arms. There's a story that came out that Elon Musk is working line by line through the Treasury Department. He had to get special access, and also the IRS is next. Well, this is when Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren, Jasmine Crockett, all these people, the Presley lady, everyone went and they were actually calling people to the streets in the name of protesting this, and also saying that Elon should be locked up for this. Now, I want to kind of, let's think about this just for a second. You have a man who is literally trying to save every taxpayer money to say, okay, all your money is being wasted and funneled to things that shouldn't be funneled to. The IRS and Treasury, who is really over your money more than any other aspect other than the Fed, over your money in our government. And the Democrats and the establishment is up in arms about it. Well, as I said in the intro, if we have nothing to hide, why in the world would they not want an audit to take place? Yeah, it's paperwork, it's hard, but to be honest with you, if we're not doing anything wrong, why would it matter? It's kind of like going through a roadblock. You know, you've went through roadblocks with police intersections, checking license and things like that. Well, if we did nothing wrong, nothing's in my car, I'm just going to go through, give him my license, say, have a nice day, and he's going to say, have a nice day, and I'm going to pull through. It's no big deal. Well, the audit's the same way. But if you have something to hide or something's in that car and you're going through a roadblock, it may be a problem. Well, why are the Democrats and the bureaucracy nervous? You're starting to see FBI, CIA, and IRS take buyouts that Trump has offered, which is huge. That is a great move by Trump. He's saying, I'm going to buy you out for a certain amount of months. You walk away, you get a severance or a cut package, and basically what it does is it saves the taxpayers millions upon millions upon millions of dollars for paying fluff workers not to do their job. So now we see the fact that our government's too inflated. We have too many employees. What we're seeing now is the waste of spending with the USAID report that basically was just complete and utter nonsense in spending. And now that we're going through the IRS and the Treasury Department, people are up in arms. Elon said that he'd already found fraudulent payments to terror groups and fraudulent payments to known fraud, and they allowed it to take place. So when people are standing against that, that means they have something to hide. Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer are literally up in arms about it. It's kind of the same way that Elizabeth Warren was upset with RFK. Well, it's because she got $1.5 million last year from pharma. It's pretty good thought pattern that she's probably just a sellout, and that's why she doesn't like RFK, because she gets lined pockets from these lobbyists. So the same way. I think this is a great move. I would love to see the dismantling of, just like Trump is working on Department of Education today, how he did USAID. I hope to see the IRS go away too, especially in the capacity they're in now. And the only way to do that is with Elon and Trump working through Doge to get it done. The more they bring this kind of stuff to the forefront of the populace of Americans, and 70, 80, 100, 200 million people see that and see the waste in the government, I think the more it makes Trump look better, even to the Democrats. There was a comment made by Dana White yesterday when he was being interviewed by Tucker Carlson. He said, I don't know too many liberals now that are willing to stand with the politicians and not say, wow, I'm glad to see these things not taking place. He said, there's not one liberal friend I have that actually is so liberal that they don't like Trump and what he's doing for Americans, because they realize, even though they may not like his rhetoric, he is working for the American people and saving tax dollars. And honestly, helping America do the things that America should have been doing the whole time. Promises made, promises kept. Things are changing, and it's a great time in history to live. We're seeing America come back to almost a Renaissance period, or a golden age. Does that mean we're perfect? Nope. Does that mean everything's going to be easy? Nope. But what it does mean is American people are actually getting a voice back in Washington. And again, the Democrats and the bureaucracy is up in arms that they're going to audit your tax dollars to make sure that it's not being spent on frivolous things. Again, what are they hiding, and why would they not be okay with abolishing some of this bureaucratic class and getting rid of some of all the spending and wasteful, frivolous nothings that we're doing as a government? Mind-blowing. Another report came out that Doge found out where a lot of the money from schooling is going. Listen to the money that your taxpayer, U.S. taxpayers, me as taxpayers, are paying to these schools. Federal funding for Ivy League schools. Columbia University, $1.2 billion with a B. Yale University, $776 million.
Harvard, $676 million. Cornell University, $736 million. Now you think about that. Why are we paying schools that kind of money? Why are we have endowments for that? Especially when they're teaching liberal ways instead of what they actually, most of them were set up as Christian universities. DOGE in 19 days has saved the taxpayer $74,676,444,346. Almost $75 billion saved just by what they're doing, and that's just in 19 days. This is what we needed. Federal judge, listen to this, just locked and said unconstitutional that DOGE or the Treasury Secretary has ways to audit the own Treasury Department. He says that Bessent, who is now the Treasury Secretary over the department, over the cabinet, over the wing, literally appointed to be over the Treasury, this judge, this federal judge is saying he does not even get to audit his own Treasury Department. That shows there's some corruption there. And he's saying DOGE can't either. You know, actually, go back and look at DOGE. DOGE was renamed. Did you know that DOGE was actually started, the office, basically, it wasn't called DOGE, but it was an office started actually by Obama, because his main initiative was to do this, to clean it up. But his friends and establishment wouldn't allow it to take place. Well, when Trump revived it and actually changed the name, made it under Elon Musk, you're actually starting to see things get done. Well, this judge is trying to hold it up. It says, Glenn Beck shared this, and I thought this was, it says, let me get this straight. The Treasury Department and the Treasury Secretary cannot even access their own data in the Treasury. Wow. Who's afraid the secret's coming out? The judge was not elected, nor was he given a mandate by the people like President Trump was. Enough is enough. We the people demand transparency. It's our money, not yours. This one little federal judge that was appointed, of course, by a Democrat is trying to hold up Scott Bessent, which is the Treasury Secretary, from auditing and helping audit the files, and DOGE audit the files to see where the waste of money has went. There's been no accountability in our government. So now that there's accountability, everybody's freaking out, including Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer, including Bernie Sanders. It's funny how all these people say they're working for you, but they're scared to death of actually exposing where this money has been going. That is a little shady, I think. Now let's move on to the mining situation.